and all eyes are on Jared Goff. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Rams and the Panthers under the lights on Sunday night.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And while he won't admit it because his team lost the game, he had some fun in the last one.
He threw for over 400 yards.
I mean, there's no getting around it. As a QB, yeah, okay. We lost the game, but boy, that felt good flinging it around. Now he's got to figure out how to do the exact same thing, yet turn it into a win.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. This defense for the Rams, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Now a 2nd and 10. To throw is Newton. Throwing middle, and it's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of the defense.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And here's a handoff out of the gun. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 3. From the gun, he'll hand this off. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert it. Will be a 3rd and 4. You talk about this Rams defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
Now Newton. No hesitation. He goes right back to Benjamin. And down inside the 15 he goes. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. Newton to throw. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to throw, Newton. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Now he'll try to run with this. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Panthers are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Hey, they can talk all they want about putting the loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. But whatever they said appears to have worked. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Rams taking the field and leading the way, the man from Cal, the former #1 overall pick, Jared Goff.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide open offense, so we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
Goff now to throw. That'll be caught by Cup. Just a gain of a couple there. And that will bring up second down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 25-yard line.
Here's Goff. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try to get us ahead and try to keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown and give it up.
They give them 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first. Again, Goff. He'll get this one complete to Atwell. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down.
2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
Play action. It's Goff. Pass complete there to Nakua. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 36. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And he remains perfect on this opening drive. Charles now 5 of 5 and another first down to work with.
He's like one of those great shooters in basketball that has his rhythm, has his confidence. He doesn't think anything is going to miss right now. As far as he's concerned, he's going to be perfect the entire game. And who's to say that it won't happen the way he's throwing it right now?
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 8 catches, 75 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Here's Goff. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Rams respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards. And boy, did he come through, bulling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Out of the gun, Newton. That's taken in by Stewart. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. 7-7, our score after 1. Panther football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Benjamin, the man in motion left. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. Now Newton. Underneath, he's got Olsen. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing is Newton. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Newton now to throw. And Rodgers has it over on the right side. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Here's Newton. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Byron Young, the one who got in and finished that play off. And his kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Jared Goff in the offense back onto the field. He hasn't had a ball touch the ground yet. 8 of 8 throwing it. Perfect so far, including the touchdown on the last drive, you remember, as they begin 1st and 10 here. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It's now second and 10.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And Gurley fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
The Panthers now set to take over offensively. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Carolina.
From the gun, here's Newton. Completes it to Benjamin. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Ball on the 36 now. Here's second and 2. Here's the option. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first. A shotgun snap for Newton. There's Benjamin with a catch. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's good for 28 yards.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Off play action. Newton. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are able to stretch out their lead.
This is where, as a tight end, you've got to really sell that this is a run. They're going to fake the give, hope the linebackers bite, and here they do just enough. That split second, that's all it takes for that tight end to leak out into the end zone. Touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And Carolina scores to cap it off. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. 1 carry, and that carry was a lost fumble.
Clear his mind, clear his hands, and just let this one go. Sometimes it happens. You drop the ball, got a full game ahead of him, hand it to him again, see if they can start to produce.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's 3rd and 6. To throw is Goff. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Out of the gun. Goff. Open man is Atwell. Complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Goff. And Matthews over the middle of the ground. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Back to throw. Goff. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And just inside of a minute left, Charles, they got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurt yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. 3rd and 19. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Taken in at the 22. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports halftime report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston, where it was the Texans who picked up the victory at home. Nick Chubb, over 100 yards in the victory with 2 touchdown runs as well. From there, we're off to check out another game. And things didn't work out for them as they fall to the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Jalen Hurts, terrific in the air with over 400 passing yards there. And lastly, we'll all be tuned in on Monday night for what should be a great one between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side could play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. A 10-point game, 17-7 to score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Goff. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here of the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them, because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Down to the 41.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still had the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. The quick slant, good for a first down, a gain of 12.
First down, Panthers.
Play action, it's Newton. And fights him off.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble and second down. Now it's Newton. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Yeah, he's going to be taken down here. A sack back in the 32. And now that brings up fourth down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far. As we run through some of the mistakes, it's darn near impossible to win in this league when you're turning the ball over at the frequency that they have.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
This is 2nd and 8.
Again, Goff.
He'll get this off to Gurley.
So nothing doing there. And 3rd and 8 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them in the gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Goff now to throw.
Right back to Atwell. That's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Panthers' 30-yard line.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Here's Goff. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 19. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Now Goff. And he's got his man on the out route. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Now it's Goff.
He's got Cooper Kupp on the slam. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 40-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
From back at the 8 now after the false start. Another try at 1st and goal. Throwing again is Goff. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown Rams. Puka Nacua from 8 yards out. And the Rams have cut it back within a score.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
And it feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football. And that's exactly what happened there.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will shrink to 6. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field.
Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
It's complete right side to Benjamin. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down, Carolina.
To throw is Newton. And he's got his man out of the slot, complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Throw left side, complete. That's Carlson. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 3rd and 4 now.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Here's Newton. There's the stiff arm. And now running right through him. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers, and a first down here.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Now 2nd and 5. Newton. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 12-yard line. 15 yards there for number 15. What a difference a week makes. 5 interceptions in their last game. Here we are, 4th quarter. He's played mistake-free football.
And I'm sure that we can look back on the past week and say, okay, he spent time in the film room, they worked out his mechanics. Sometimes it's just your team believing in you, his coaching staff believing in you, when you relax and play to your potential. He's doing that in this game.
Hands it off out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially nothing on that one. No gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Newton now to throw. That is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run this one in. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. And they'll run again, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he... And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Rams are right back in this football game. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field, but sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
The Rams offense and Jared Goff set to take over once more. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
I'm not sure I'm absolutely crazy about that play call there. I mean, it's only a 1-score game, so is it really time to go bombs away and try and make a big play? I think you can take some underneath stuff and still move it downfield.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They get turned back at the 40. That little 7-back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part. He's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a two-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a two-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Rams offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
At the 34-yard line.
Goff now looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
A 5-yard gain on the play.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he only manages a couple here down to around the 38-yard line. They need 12 here. It's third down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And his kick is absolutely perfect, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. So all eyes on this Rams offense. Down by 12. A minute 46 to go. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Pass complete there to Nakua. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 11. That's good.
Here's Sims. Throwing left side, it's complete. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They need to score, and score quick. 1 timeout remaining. Final minute, 1st and 10. Now Sims. That'll be caught by Cup. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. They come up now on 2nd and 2. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. Here's first down. Back to throw again. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
And that went to the right side and incomplete.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3.
It's 4th down.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So an offensive final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. The extra point here is good, but the late touchdown can only draw the score a bit closer as this game is over.